You're going to get the top lane Tam just played in the bottom side.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. This is such a great... See now, this is where the Renekton starts to come into its own form, as now Karsa with the red buff roaming up into this top side. Probably pretty confident that Ally does not have a ward in this bush, but they are going to commit to it now. The hook shot, wall shot is not going to be used as a flash forward there from Karsa secures first blood. One to solo out by yourself does an awful lot of damage very early on, so if you get caught, you're probably just dead. Doesn't need any help, doesn't need anything to worry about though, as he gets himself out nice and early.
Get bullied so heavily in the early stages, and it is kind of 3 items before you're really relevant in this matchup with the Sterex and also having the Titanic Hydra. So for 369, he's going to have a field day and just be able to sit for the longest time and just farm up this Camille.
Karsa in a little bit of trouble, forced to flash away, but there's a Hextech ultimatum. There's the Moonfall to come down onto Abel. They're going to have Jackie Love all the way from bot side, but it does not matter as Karsa was not able to capitalize on the extra life he was given. First item here for LNG. They're not really too concerned about the objectives right now, so I think they know they're just in a little bit of a bad spot. 369 though might have found himself Tarzan. There is a kick available, so I think 369 knows there's no real chance of him killing off this Lee Sin.
Dive bot side though. Icon has TP, same with LA.
Now they both have TPs available. They are seeing if they can catch out Light Knight Wandy. But Light Knight Wandy back themselves up. 4 men in that bot side does mean though that pressure in top.
But he's not crazy trying to take him down. So people like LA with this true damage and the precision protocol can deal with it. Bot lane though, members again here as this turret tries to take place.
There is a teleport available for LA and for 369. So the turret does fall. It's 3v3 for the moment. There's the TP coming in as we see Light trying to get himself away. Will not get hit by the Dawning Shadow, but Knight is there. Heartbreaker is enough to take him down. They're going to be able to devour down onto Iwandi as well. This is just such a well-coordinated opportunity here from the side of Top Esports. They keep chasing, but look at the solo laners from LNG. They're still in their lanes.
Yeah, Icon had started to roam down, but he pieced out. Now Knight runs a chance of a steal. LNG will try and trade an Ocean Point, or Soul Point here for Top Esports. And you're looking towards LA, who's, yes, getting a tier 1 top. Like, LNG are so out of this game, they're just not able to contest anything.
Yeah, they're going to look for trades right now. As long as they keep their mid-tier 1, they are still in good standings. Again, similar to Game 1. Able to keep Top Esports to a limited field is the name.
It's actually not the usual build we see at competitive. Usually we get to see like a Morello and not even the Nashus 2 picked up, just utilizing the Q and the ultimate for the majority of your damage on this Azir.
But here they are going to try and rotate everyone over. That's the one thing I will say right now for the side of Top Esports that is a difficulty is that they are very short range. So very difficult to get in and get auto attacks. They are relying on Jackie Love to get that one going. He goes on top of them though. They are going to use the Devour very, very early on. There's a True Shot Barrage only onto 1. Ale did TP in as well. Tarzan goes in, forces the flash out from Joe. There's a tactical sweep. Now they're going to jump down onto Karsa as they try and make this fight work for them. They're trying to back away though as the Dominus Crocodile is on the back side. He's going to try and get away, but Ale will fall. And LNG look for a fight, but there's just too much sustain, too much health, and too much healing.
Karsa's going to turn over towards this Baron, but I don't know if this is what you want to do. LNG still have a lot of poke. They still can contest this, but looks like at least for the moment, with the TP coming in, LNG are going to start to aggress forward.
6,000. There's a TP. That's going to be Viego coming in. Top Esports. I feel like they went off that drag or Baron just a little bit too early. And now they can look to go back in on top of this. Icon is here. He does have the Shurima available. The Emperor's Divide is there, but they've taken down the big old cow, mincemeat. And that's going to be the soul taken back as they try and get this Azir out and away. Tarzan off on the side will end up going back down to his Azir to keep himself safe. And the Baron is now in Top Esports' pocket. They have total control of this. I think LNG recognize they just cannot take this objective. They have to give it up. That is Soul Point, Baron.
We have to set ourselves up for success. And now with Baron up, it doesn't mean, like, there's just no way LNG can try and hold on to these turrets.
No, without the wave clear of a traditional AD carry, of course, more of a mage caster is the Ezreal. It just becomes very difficult to try and get those minions down, especially when they're buffed up by the Baron. Important to note, though, LNG have not had their base cracked open just yet, and like I've been saying all this game, they still have tools available to them, but it just feels like they're just being straight up stopped by Top Esports and everything that Top Esports has.
And I mean, look, top esports are just contesting this mid prio. One Knight takes the top lane turret. Now at any point in time, you can have top shove in this mid. Knight's still going to be totally fine top as Tarzan takes a whopping chunk of damage.
Icon's been caught, and he catches out Tarzan on the way back out of this as well. Zhou goes in with the Abyssal Dive. Not quite able to get it. Jackie Love needs to be a little bit careful. Iwandi with the Hex Flash over the wall, but look at the pings going down. Ale is the only one to deal with this top side turret, and he's trying to go in, but it's Knight and 369 and the rest of top esports. It's going to be the base cracked open.
Demolish means that tower is now gone. There goes the inhibitor turret. Inhibitor soon to follow. Mid could also be in turn as well.
There's just not enough damage, not enough options here for LNG to really fight for any of this, and they won't lose the inhibitor just yet, but do they see the fight now on top side? Knight forced to use the Heartbreaker to get himself away from the oncoming Ale, but Ale is now down to half HP. Mid lane is still being pushed in. 20 seconds. This will be the last wave of minions with that Baron buff for the side of top esports, but you can see already LNG, they has to pop. You see, Iwandi has to pop the ultimate, keep himself alive, and there we go. Immediate engage using the Moonfall to catch on the 3. Doesn't kill off anybody, but it guarantees them 2 inhibitors.
And that's all they wanted. An ult for 2 inhibs. You'll take that trade every day of the week, especially with the amount of AD champions that are on top esports. They shred through these things. And now, again, LNG, their bot turret is under threat. Minions are starting to stream in from mid and top side. There's just nothing that they can do right now.
They gotta make a choice. Gotta make a decision right now. You gotta figure out what you want to do right now, LNG. Do you commit to the mid defense? Do you commit to the bot lane defense? What is the call? Top esports very, very happy and satisfied to sit here underneath your tower and wait. There is the tier 3 going down, but no, not quite yet. They're gonna go in. But it's just Iwandi. He was by himself, decided to go in. Nobody followed up on it, and that is almost certainly the game. Very anticlimactic as we come into a top esports. Going to have so much more agency now at a 5v4. Nexus turret number 1 does fall. LNG looking for some more. Icon misses his Shurima shuffle, goes golden only to die. And this was just straight up top esports handing LNG their tuppence, handing them the result and saying, you lose, we win, and they are not out of playoffs yet.
And as the Nexus falls, LNG comes to the start.